go on to keep or release. We're going to start off with the keep 'em section. Mariano, hit him with it.
For my first keep, I got Curtis Samuel.
Ooh, let's go.
As I mentioned, I had him on my bench, and he's been getting handoffs. He's been running the ball, catching the ball. So, moving forward, I'm gonna start him this week, see how it goes, and I think he may do well. So, keep Curtis Samuel.
So for my first keep 'em, I got J.K. Dobbins on the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
So before he got hit with the COVID-19, you know what I'm saying, he was handling 17 carries and put up his best game against the I don't know who it was. Anyways, before he went out, right, he put up 17 points this past weekend, and it seemed that he was getting the RB1 touches that we finally needed out of a running back from that committee. So
right.
I say hold on to him, see where it goes, and it shouldn't hurt you to keep him on your bench.
Yeah. It looks like he's finally turning the corner. A bit too late for me, but nonetheless, he's turning the corner.
Needed him earlier in the season.
Yeah, needed him a lot earlier in the season. And like we touched on how many episodes ago, I know that he's always been talented. It's just that the Ravens are a fucking shit show right now. And they're just not putting the best player on the field.
Yeah.
You know, they're finally working him in, and he's putting in work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said he would. So, like I seen him do in college, week after week after week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, for my next keeper, I got Henderson of the Rams. He's coming off his worst performance, but it'll turn around. Again, you can't have too many running backs on your bench. And when you do have them, you got to hold on to them, which we have seen in our league, Vic.
Yeah.
No one is letting go of any of their running backs. No running backs. So, Henderson, you just got to hold on tight, and he's going to get his fair share. And you know the Rams like to get the run game established.
Yeah.
And I don't see Cam Akers. I mean, Cam Akers just scored his first touchdown of the season this last week.
Yeah.
So, he's not going to continue to get the production that Henderson has had previous games of the season. So, yeah.
Definitely. Going on to my next keep, I have Robert Tonyan. I think it's simply due to the fact that the freaking tight end class is so thin at this point that you're like sort of forced. Because I mean, he will put up some good games, but he's not going to put up no big games anymore. When Devontae Adams was out, he was a must start, bro. He was putting up big game after big game after big game. Yeah, but I think this is the state of the position that you need to keep him on your team, because unless you have Kelsey's, like I said, the only one that's really putting up decent numbers. He's giving you that wide receiver production. I mean, there's decent stand-ins. Like, I mean, Waller gives you good numbers too. Just to put in perspective, Hawkinson is a number 4, and he barely puts up like 8 points a week. You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the state of the position is the reason why you would want to keep Robert Tonyan on your team. Unless you have like a really small bench, like four or five people bench, then I probably wouldn't think about doing that.
Yeah. I called it at the beginning of the year that Darren Waller is going to be a top 3 tight end. And
Called it.
Right now he's top 2. So Kelsey's number 1, Waller's number 2.
I don't know who's number 3.
Huh?
I don't know who's number 3.
Yeah, I don't know who it is either, but I just know that because this game last week, Kelsey number 1 in almost everything in yards, touchdowns, but Waller's definitely number 2.
Yeah.
For my next and last keep, because I didn't do as many as Vic, but I got Nelson Aguilar. Just solid every single week. If he wouldn't have had those 2 crucial drops in this last game, he would have had a lot more points to go along than what he had scored. But Nelson Aguilar, he's just clearly Derek Carr's number 1 go-to receiver.
Definitely a flex play each week. He's making a case.
Yeah, making a case, catching a touchdown like every week, man. So when you get that type of production and that type of consistency in the quarterback, Derek Carr's on a mission, man. I don't know if you guys have seen, but this man is balling. He honestly, this is high praise, but he's reminding me of Peyton Manning, dude. Mm-hmm. Like Peyton Manning would come to the line of scrimmage, fake like he's gonna snap the ball.
Omaha.
Yeah, to see what the defense is doing, and then he would check into a play that was
that shit was funny when I forgot what play it was. He's like, "Oh yeah, you see him coming, right?" Yeah, he just laughed at it. He's like, "You see him coming, right?" Yeah. I was like, "Damn, Carl did his shit, bro. He was not playing that game."
Yeah, like I said, he's on a mission, man. And this year, I think another thing on a side note, I think Derek Carr has proven that. Under John Gruden, his third season, that he is the man for the job. Mm-hmm. This is his job. We ain't drafting no quarterback next year.
This ain't gonna be no Tom Brady's coming. They're taking Kyler Murray. No, none of that shit no more.
Right. And I like the edge that he has. You know what I mean? So he's just a different quarterback this season. Side note, real side note. But anyways, that's coming from a Raider fan.
Definitely. Speaking of quarterbacks, I got Matt Stafford is on my keep list, and I think Matt Stafford simply because he had a down game last week, right? Mm-hmm. But this man, he's probably he always gets projected such low numbers, but he puts up like godly games. Like the week before this one, he put up like 29 points, right?
Yeah.
29.04. He has a couple down games, but I'm not saying say you have because with this crazy season, you don't know what the hell's gonna go on, right? So if you have a good quarterback and you need a backup quarterback that's like under the radar, I think Matt Stafford will get you those points, and it's always good to have a backup quarterback on your bench. You know what I'm saying? Anything happens to your starting quarterback, so I think, and he's just an experienced veteran. And I was just watching a podcast earlier. Aaron Rodgers gave him praise as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I think that's worth something. So definitely say keep Matt Stafford. You got anything for Allen Lazard? I could let you call off my next one.
No. Go ahead. Kill it.
If you could do it, you could call it. Keep it rocking. No, you ain't got nothing for him. All right, Aaron Rodgers needs a wide receiver number 2. So that's why I'm saying keep Allen Lazard. He came back off his injury last week.
Yeah.
He didn't put up that many points last week. However, they did face the Colts, right? That's who they had last week. And that's a tough game.
That's a good defense.
Yeah, tough game to come back to. But definitely, he should be helpful in the playoff push because that's something that this Green Bay team needs tremendously. Someone outside of Devontae Adams to catch the ball. And my last keep him is simply your handcuff running backs for your RB1, RB2 on your team. Because it's a long season, and those bumps and bruises start adding up towards the end of the season, and you never know or come towards playoffs, you got it locked in. You might want to rest your running back, things like that. So it's always good to have your handcuff on your roster,
right? Regardless
if they're taking up space and use it for the whole season. It's better to be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's like a gun, but I'd rather be caught with it than without. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
Straight up.
That's definitely a good one. So Mariano, hit him up with the release.
That's that Vallejo talk.
That's that street talk, man.
That's right. So
how many release you got? My bad.
I just got 2, bro.
You got 2? I'm gonna hit him off with 3 then straight, and then
go ahead.
We'll do. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just sitting there looking all pretty, even though I know that's what you're good at and everything.
That's what I do, man. Mr. Steal Your Bitch.
Is Mr. Still Your Girl?
That's right.
All right. So my first release, I got T. Higgins, and obviously we spoke about it earlier. No Joe, no go, like Mariano said. I lost all confidence in all Bengals players and in the offense, and they should just play their backups the whole season to get them experience because there's no point. They have a losing record, and yeah, definitely just
That's right.
No T. Higgins. Marquise Brown, this motherfucker had 0 targets last week. I'm tired of his fucking bullshit.
Oh, I cut him weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, he's on what was one of the best offenses is now simmering down, as Mariano spoke about earlier. There's no reason why he's a blazing wide receiver. We know he could get downfield and get open, but I don't know why they're not using him. He's a waste. He was one of the biggest talks before the season started, and he's probably one of the biggest busts of the season, hands down. And my last one before Mariano kicks one off is Henry Ruggs. Unfortunately, what we're doing with him, he's like
more of a decoy.
He's a decoy. He just needs to get that attention. But you know, if he doesn't get that attention, then he's still a speedster that'll go down the field and burn your ass. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole reason. You know, Darren Waller is getting a bunch of underneath looks. Aguilar gets open because they're focused on his deep pass. He can't double two people, you know, because that'll expose you somewhere else.
Josh Jacobs running
exactly.
I mean, it opens up everything. He's more valuable lined up on the outside. As
exactly. Yeah. So. He had one big game this season against the Chiefs last time. It was 17 point something points that he put up. Other than that, he hasn't done shit, bro. So,
this one. So for my first one, it's kind of soft. We touched on it already. Mm-hmm. Tyler Boyd, no Joe, no go, and it's definitely a no go for Finley, Ryan Finley. Mm-hmm. Dude is a backup for a reason.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna end up running out of the back of the end zone like Orlovsky back in the day. So yeah, Tyler Boyd. It pains me to see. I'm gonna see if this trade goes through with Tyler Boyd, and I may wait a week just to see if Finley gets him some targets because he is a dog. He's a boy. I mean, he makes plays, but can Finley get him to rock? That's the $1 million question. I don't see it. I'll wait a week. If his production is like 0 targets after going from like 15 targets a game to 0, it's done. It's done. I'm dropping him. I'm gonna move on from that train.
Definitely. And for my next release, is your backup kicker, bro. There's no reason you should have a backup kicker this late into the season. I think.
And defense.
Every defense you might have a case for defense because some weeks we have better projections, better matchups. You know what I'm saying? But backup kicker, there's no reason you should have a backup kicker at this point in the league. I mean, in the season, unless your kicker has a week 13 bye. Who has the week 13 bye? I think the Bucks do. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like, but I don't know. There ain't no reason to have 2 kickers on your roster at this point late in the season, bro.
Yeah. No, I like it. And since we're talking about kickers, my last release is Butker. So Harrison Butker has been a productive kicker for the past, I don't know how many seasons, but this season is definitely not it. I just believe that the Chiefs' offense is too efficient.
Scoring too many touchdowns.
Yeah. No, seriously. In years past, they would get stopped. Butker would hit a 50-yard field goal. Boom. There goes your points. Score a couple touchdowns, get the extra points, and then you're good. But Butker this season, I've had him. I just dropped him for Carlson, and Carlson's been putting up some good points, man. Some decent points.
Yeah. So and then my last one that you should release is that sleeper that you have on your bench that hasn't woken up yet at this point in the season. It's week 12. If he hasn't woken up yet, he ain't waking up to next season, son. He ain't finna help your team. So you got to give up hope at some time. And at this point, it is a time that you need to give up hope. This is the message that you need. I know you've been needing someone to tell you this whole time. You're like, just wait. No, motherfucker, it's time. That motherfucker's not waking up. Cut him. Let him off your team. Get Nelson Aguilar. He'll put up a good flex points, you know. But
that's right.
Give up on that motherfucker. And this is the call that you need. I'm here to deliver it to you, my friend. And that's all we got for keeping release this week. We'll keep it release this week. That's all we got for keeping release segments.
That's it for EP 13.
Yes, sir. And damn, it's episode 13 already, man.
That's crazy.
We got like four more episodes, Mariana.
4 more.
Damn, 4 or 5.
A month to go.
I know. It's like that, man.
I don't want it to be over.
Next week is gonna be Christmas, man. But yeah, man, it's been fun staying consistent this season, you know. And with all the crazy shit with COVID and whatnot, still, we still got football this late into the season, so that's good.
Yeah, even with COVID.
Yeah,
it's a blessing.
Hopefully, no fuck shit happens, and all the players continue to stay safe, and no one gets fatally ill from this crazy disease that we're dealing with in this world.
Bless up.
Yeah, definitely. That's all we got this week. Remember, if you do like the content, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your baby mama.
Take your daddy, take your brother, take a sister.
Exactly. Tell
That's
them
right.
all. And continue to keep the Instagram busy. You know, Mariano loves arguing with people on there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We love helping you guys out week in, week out.
No
and
doubt.
then all we ask for is a subscription and to share our channel. And that's it, man.
Show some love.
Exactly.
One love.
That's it, man. This is the Fantasy Experts, and we out of here, man.